County Road. You're the first one there. But it says 5 people are waiting. Listen, y'all, I don't feel as spunky as I did last night. Gosh, I forgot to put my cigarette out again. Hang on. Okay. I thought I'd better brush my hair a little bit. Morning light. Hey there. Yep, there's 4 other people here. We have been talking about something bigger coming. And I thought I would just throw something out there. Hey, Gloria, how are you, honey? Did y'all look at my Q phone videos? I had a troll comment calling me ugly names. I deleted them. Oh my goodness. Hey, how are you? I couldn't see your name. Oh, my glasses. The mama. That's what it is. Hey, survival living. How are you, honey? Yes, I'm trying to get back with the world. There's my sister. Hi, honey bunny. How are you? I'm going to do a short live tonight because I am getting ready to go to bed. It's not going to be like it was last night. I have a good day and a bad day. Good day and a bad day. So how is everybody? So anyway, I wanted to give y'all some food for thought. I kind of wanted to wait for a few more people come in. Have Alexander, Brenda Turner, hey. Boomstick, howdy. Amy Riser. Ethan's ice cream's going bad. Oh, I need to bring him to get his ice cream. He had some ice cream tonight. I made chili this afternoon and went to bed. And where I have no taste, I can't season anything. My son's taste is coming back. You had to turn the heater on today. Ooh, he's in the panhandle of Florida and had to turn the heat on. Let me see. Let me tell you. We've had the heat on all day, all night. It is cold here. 43 degrees. And you know what I did? I left my aloe vera plants out at the farm. I forgot to bring them. I brought my blueberries. Let me see what the temperature is there. It's 46. So as long as it don't get to 40, they're okay. Now I'm going to have to go back and get my aloe vera plants. Oh, I've missed some people. Mr. Cox, how are you, honey? I didn't speak to you last night. And when I was reviewing everything, I saw, oh my gosh, I didn't get to speak to Mr. Cox, and I felt so bad. So I got you tonight. You can't type. Your phone's acting up. My phone's been acting up. I think it's the cellular. Myself. Matthew Lovin. You're in warm Hawaii. Oh, bless your heart. I was there once. I'm in shorts and t-shirt, 48 degrees here. No heat. Where are you at? Beverly Break. Don't be surprised if your smell doesn't come back as normal. Mine is distorted. Well, Beverly, somebody gave me a big long text, which was awesome, and said to start smelling essential oils like an orange or a lemon and picture the fruit while you're smelling it, and it helps get those connections back. I'm going to start doing that. You have phone issues too? I think everybody's having phone issues. Oh, I forgot what county your cabin's in. What county's your cabin in, Mr. Cox? I don't think you're close to me, though. Hey, Josh. It's so good to see y'all. It's very good to see y'all. Ooh, northern Arizona. That's why you're warm. Morning light. Oh, phone issues in Michigan and North Carolina. How about that? Oh, I'm in Raleigh County, Beverly. What county are you in, honey? Oh, that's right. Randolph. You're in Randolph County. Yeah, there's no towers or nothing up there. Of course, if we get those Q phones, I reported that they want to give everybody in the world one satellite. We won't have to worry about it. Born and raised in Boone, now in Kanawha. Oh, okay. Well, I'm in Raleigh. Hey, Miss Lisa Arhall. You're really exhausted, worked hard on the garden now. Want to hit sack? Well, listen, I slept all afternoon and evening, and this is going to be short and sweet, and I'm going to go back to bed. Yep. Oh, Morning Light. Which county? Brian Keith Prepper. How are you, honey? Geez, I used to live in Randolph County in Elkins about 10 years ago. Well, I've got a lot of West Virginia people lately. I've had a couple for a while, but now I've got more. So anyway, I'm going to get into this topic because I can't be long, y'all. I got to go to bed. I am never going to get my energy back. Never, ever, ever. Yeah, I will eventually. You love Elkins? Yeah, Elkins is beautiful. The ski slopes up through there, my boys used to love. The updates screw up your phone. Yep. I'm good, thanks. So you're live. Figure I'd stop by. I'm glad you did. Well, hello, Maria Blackwell. How are you, sweetheart? Listen, we ended up with that stuff too. I remember you telling me you did. Have you ever got your smell, taste, energy, and all that stuff back? You washing dishes? Survival living, you can come wash my dishes. Yes, the updates are horrible. They just do that to get you to buy new phones when you're a year into your contract. Hey, Beverly Grass, how are you, honey? Oh, no, you got sick. Oh, yeah, I had the virus. Me, Mike, Derek, Ethan, Ethan's mama. JK, unbeknownst to me. You never lost your smell or taste? Really? Well, that's good. I can't season food. I made chili, and my oldest son's taste is coming, smell, no taste, everything's coming back. So I called him, told him come season it. Hey, Southern Mercy. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you got a notification. You know how this platform is. They don't give anybody notifications. But let me tell you what I'm thinking the next big thing is. I have sat here and searched and searched and searched, and I found all kinds of stuff when I started my channel, but I didn't go over it back then. Just mentioned it briefly about all of the windmill and solar farms that yes, they're going to cut it off. That's why they're talking about all of the oil shortages and all that mess. Anyway, that they own, and I had found where their employees they were trying to act like it was like they're trained military that couldn't be active anymore, and they were just trying to give them jobs. They really downplayed it. But the point is, it showed a picture of them, the employees at that one windmill and one solar farm I found, and they were not old guys. So that was just all a crock. Well, it's all scribed. I can't find it. The biggest thing I could find is they had a stink about China buying up property beside Laughlin Air Force Base in Texas. They actually, under T-Man's administration now, because Congress was trying to fight it, allowed China to buy, I said it, that, at least y'all know who I'm talking about. Rebel L, hey, honey, how are you, baby? Somebody drop Rebel L's link. She lost her channel and is trying to rebuild, so we need to help support her. No, nothing tastes good. Well, Mike didn't lose his smell or taste, and now things 7, almost 8 weeks into it are starting to taste bad to him. You had a headache, nausea, aches, still sick from June coffee and soda, now tastes like cough meds. Oh, honey. June. Mine went until the end of July. Hey, TJ Preps. Let me see. I was watching your the replay of your live this morning, and what was it in the world you were talking about that I wanted to jump in there so bad and say, and now I can't remember what it is. But anyway, we're talking about the CHINA and what they own. They bought property beside Laughlin Air Force Base in Texas, which is our biggest Air Force base for training pilots. Congress did not want that sale to go through. Texas did not want that sale to go through because they were worried about them spying. But T-Man allowed it. T-Man also did warp speed on this, poking the arm too. So I'm still not seeing what the economy was great, but, anyway. But I found when I started my channel how many of those wind and solar farms that country owned. Okay. Now I found, as of 2019, let me look, I don't want to give y'all a wrong number. I've got to get my laptop going so I can get StreamYard up, y'all. But I'll show you the articles if you want to see them on my phone. Oh my gosh, is it? I hope it lets me go back. Oh yeah, that was it. This was July 19th, 2021 that this article came out. The reason they're saying the reason that country is saying that they own 192,000 American acres of farmland. It's almost 200,000 acres. But, surprisingly enough, they're not the largest foreign landowner in the U.S. Canada is. But the C word countries thing is, they own Smithfield Foods. They also have a lot of land, farmland, that they're buying. Thanks for putting TJ Prep's channel in there. That their slogan is One Belt, One Road. One belt of food. One world of food. I mean, come on now. Why can't we grow our own food? But they were trying in 2019 to buy some farmland in Iowa and Minnesota, and their legislatures went to work and got busy and said no foreign country can own any of their state land. They own a huge amount of China, the C word. Canada is the biggest U.S. landowner. Yes! I wouldn't have guessed that at all. That's what this says. It doesn't say how many they have. But they are working on a land monopoly. So they must be close to Canada in the amount they own. And now our House of Representatives is wanting to stop it, and supposedly our current potato head wants us to be independent of them, and is all for stopping, yes, the monarchy, yes. But look how much land they sold to that country. And of course, once they sold them the land, they couldn't tell them what they could do with it. Now they have, what, is it 4 military bases C has in Canada? but they're saying that the committee in the House that's trying to stop, hey, overbuild automotive, how are you, honey? Them from buying the land makes it look like that we have an anti-Asia hate attitude. I mean, come on. But why in the world, if Texas is fighting and Congress is fighting it, why would T-Man allow them to put a windmill farm beside Laughlin Air Force Base where our pilots are trained? I mean, everybody had a big blow up over it. Of course, I missed it somehow. But T-Man, and he pushed it. Um, and the foreign owned agriculture, all these farm owners from these other countries, all these entities are in on it. Can't trust it. No, you can't. Thank you, sister. For all you new people, y'all know West Virginia Cowgirl's my baby sister. But anyway, they're getting taxpayer subsidies. Well, no wonder they want to come here and buy some daggone land. No, neither side's good. Oh, what did Elle say? Somebody said she thinks she's right. Oh, yeah, money. They're all bought and paid for. Every daggone one of them. Now, I'm going to tell you what. I love that Senator Kennedy. Where's he from? Louisiana? He's a little sweetheart. North Shore Preparedness. Hey, how are you, honey? Did you know that I just was doing research on CHINA and how much of our land they own? Do you know that your country owns more farmland and land, period, in the U.S. than CHINA? Could you shed any light on that? Hey, somebody put North Shore Preparedness channel link on there for me. He does late night sit on the couch chats like I've always done. Disciples' heart. 7 seals are being opened. Pray you are worthy to escape all these things. Few will survive. Just uploaded a video on how close we are. We have much to endure before the final blast. Disciples' heart. Listen, I was just reading about the seals today. And, yes, can you believe that? China must be getting close. I said it again. They must be getting close, though, because supposedly our current Congress is worried about them having a monopoly. So they must be getting close to. But it didn't say how many thousands y'all own. It just said that CHINA owns 197,000, but Canada owns more. Seems like Sparkle Self loves. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving last week. Wasn't that last week in Canada? You had Thanksgiving. Ours is the end of next month. But anyway, okay, Costco, COSCO, owns shipping containers. Or the shipping containers is owned by CHINA. Yes, I saw how much you and your sons cooked for your mom and daddy. I was in that chat. Because I was watching, was it Gray Man or somebody I was watching said you weren't going to be live, and then in a couple seconds you went live. He thought you were still on the road driving. You were telling about that awful wreck. That's horrible. Yeah, people drive crazy during the holidays. Don't behave. Don't believe any of the seals are opened yet. The Antichrist would be on the throne if that were the case. I'm studying it, Brian Keith. But I do know that 10 horns and then the 1 horn, those are countries. If you go back to Daniel, it explains that a little better. Yes, I didn't know if I would be. Yeah. I know he didn't mean to shoot you in the foot, but he kind of did. I know it's by accident. I hated that. Disciple's Heart. Oh, Disciple's Heart, you used to have another name. What was your other name? Because I was in your Discord. It's doing pretty good right now, Overbuilt. Disciple's Heart, what was your other channel name? Wasn't it David something? Are you who I'm thinking of? Disciple's Heart. Patrick Lee. Not yet. Those 10 horns are 10 countries that are going to consolidate. That was another disciple. Okay. All right. Well, we're Jesus believing Christians on this channel, but we don't have to spam the Bible scriptures tonight. We're talking about CHINA. We talked about the Bible last night. We always throw a little bit of it in, but we don't need to spam it. Okay? We're talking about our farmland. Okay? So I appreciate it if we can stay on topic. But anyway, those 10 horns are 10 countries. It's explained in Daniel. And there's 7 of those 10. They're trying to put together the old empire. And even the 7 are fighting a little bit now. So we still have 3 more to join them before then the 11th horn comes out in front of them. That's the Antichrist. There's still all kinds of things that have to happen before the Antichrist starts. So anyway, moving on. That's for another show. So we know that CHINA, well, I'm glad you agree with me, Brian. They own the ports. They own the COSCO, Costco, not Costco, even though they own Costco too. I think between U.S. and Canada, we have enough farmland for crops and enough ability to raise our own meats. We should just look. Yes, we need to get out of that. And who knows what they do to the meat anyway. So anyway, they own ports all around the United States. They own the shipping containers. They own almost 200,000 acres of farmland. I did find it is scribed. I can't find it where their employees understand. Y'all just watch the video, 7 seal before 7 trumpets, if you want to know where we are. It is so clear. Well, thank you so much, Disciple's Heart. I appreciate that, and I will go watch that. I promise you. Pacemaker, glad to see you. So anyway, their employees at these windmill and solar farms are military. You know how Canada has allowed to put the military assets. Can Canada lease U.S. land to China and allow them? No, they're not going to lease the land to them, because when Canada found out what China was doing with that land, they fought it. Must have went to court or their parliament, or however. North Shore could probably tell us more about it, how they fought it. But they were told, look, they bought the land. You can't tell them what to do with it. So Canada wasn't happy about those military bases. So no, they won't lease the land. I don't think they'll do that. And I think Canada, the U.S., and Mexico eventually is going to be one big country anyway. Germany is another one I found that owns a lot of land here. Okay, so anyway, y'all get me off topic. I sit and watch my replays, and I'll start telling y'all something. I'll get sidetracked. I never go back to it. I sound like a bumbling idiot. But anyway, so they own all around the shores. They own the shipping containers. They own land within. They are making taxpayer subsidies off of our farmland. They're making money off of their solar and wind farms. Um, our southern border is open. Of course, the northern border, it's not hard to cross from Canada into America or vice versa. I've done it. I mean, it's just zip, you go through. Um, I truly, truly believe, TJ, if TJ's still there, this may have been what I was wanting to say. I really think that they are set up that they can attack us from within, and not counting out that they just put that hypersonic missile that circled around the Earth in August when they were leaving our Americans somewhere in another country and fighting about the passport. Yep, they are. So they're probably set up to take us over from within. I mean, how hard would it be? And then they've got that hypersonic thing that they can fly anywhere. Well, it's capable of a nuke. So if they put that off, they could take our power grid right down. We'd be in a world of hurt. So I think that's what we need to be watching. We need to be watching what they're doing and how our country Disciples Heart. Somebody put Disciples Heart link in chat, and then do not advertise your channel anymore. Get with the topic or don't post. Now, I am a Jesus believing Christian. I will die for my Lord in a heartbeat. They will take me out saying the Lord's Prayer. But there is a time and a place. And the biggest problem that I have seen my entire life of trying to bring people to Jesus is people cramming it down somebody's throat. Jesus did not cram it down anybody's throat. He talked to people with love. He showed his wonderfulness. And if it was not accepted, he told his disciples to shake the dust from their sandals and keep on going. Yes, we are supposed to be compassionate, but, come on now. You don't go into somebody's live chat spanning and preaching and cramming it down everybody's throat. Drop his link and let's move on. Now, Disciples Heart, there is your link. Anybody that's interested in what you have to say on that topic can go to your channel. Otherwise, get on my topic. I say prayers all day long, multiple times a day. For Pete's sake, don't come and be judging us. There's only one judge. Yes, plant a seed. Yes. That's where preppers started making their mistake. They got all in a panic, and new preppers, as they wake up, they feel like they just have to wake everybody else up, and they get themselves in a position that they're cramming it down somebody's throat, and they just look crazy. That's why so many family members think we're crazy. But some family members think you're crazy if you just prat, period, and don't say much about it. So anyway, and Disciples Heart, I don't want to run you off. You're welcome here. We got your channel link. Everybody can go watch it that wants to. Drop your channel link. But anyway, I think that we need to be watching of how this can not explode. Everybody's talking about something's going to explode. Something's going to explode. No, I think it's going to implode. It's going to come within. They're here. We're infiltrated. We are surrounded. They could come in any day or night and take us right out and over. I said when my children were small, there was enough on mainstream media when my children were small. And my sister probably can remember me saying, we need to learn to speak Chinese. We're going to be owned by them. I've said it for years. Yeah, our country's, yep, she remembers. Our country, our government is allowing it to happen. Well, what I heard from a good source, I hate to say, I can't say, everybody hates to say they can't tell their sources, but if you tell your sources, then that source won't tell you anything anymore. So we can get the information, we have to, keep, but, um, oh my Lord, there I go. I was going to explain that to you and I lost what I was going to tell you. I lost it. I lost it, y'all. It's completely gone. I got sidetracked. I felt bad over. Think. That's right. Alaska Prepper, darling, how are you? It is so good to see you. I'm sure everybody here is already um, familiar with Alaska Prepper, but just in case somebody drop his link, it is so good to see you, Rudy. I'm still working on that off grid. I did get some more cannon jars. It is so nice to see you. I saw that you did a live today, but because I'm running tight with trying to get my off grid ready, I had to drop all of my Patreon accounts. So don't take that personal, but I still love you. Oh my gosh. Listen, I love my Blue Eddy. It is the greatest investment I have made, and I am getting ready to invest and buy the Blue Eddy that has the 240 volt. They've got the something 300 out now that you buy two of them and two sets of the batteries. I wanted to talk to you about that to see if you were familiar with any of that. And then they've got the EB 500 coming out, but they keep pushing up the delivery date, and that is making me nervous. But Blue Eddy they have two systems now that can run 240 volts, and I need 240 volts for my well because my well's 280 feet deep. So you've got my number. If you get a chance one day, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you. Alaska Prepper. I built my own. I know you did. I'm worried about keeping up with batteries. Blue Eddy's plug and play. It is awesome. That is the most awesome $1,400 I have ever spent in my life. It runs on 4 solar panels. It always stays charged up. I don't have any problems with it. That thing is a monster, but I don't like that it doesn't have any on or off buttons. I know. That kind of worried me. That is one of the things that I wanted to ask you about. Now, the EB500 that's coming out, it is the same concept, but I think it does have on and off buttons. But, it's supposed to come out in October. Then they pushed it to November. Now it's pushed to December. And you can pre-order it, but, that makes me nervous, Rudy. I don't know what to do. Hey, Robin Spiker, how are you, darling? Did anybody drop Alaska Prepper's link, please? I'm sure everybody here is a lover of our Alaska Prepper. Hey, Alaska Prepper, how much snow do you have, honey? I can't believe how early y'all got snow. That is crazy. It's 47 degrees here tonight, which is cold. But anyway, last prepper, you were kind of late coming in. I was talking about CHINA as of last year owns 197,000 acres of farmland. That's a bad word. What's a bad word? Oh, snow. Yeah, I know. Ours is coming. He's had snow for about a month in Alaska. Um, and they own our ports, and they own the shipping containers that have COSCO on it. They own Costco, COSTCO. Um, it's been scrubbed. I found 2 years ago, and I wish I knew to print off articles back then how they would scrub things. Um, that their employees are military. T-Man let CHINA put in a big windmill farm beside Laughlin Air Force Base where they train our pilots in Texas. And that created a big stink. Texas tried to stop it, Congress tried to stop it, and T-Man let it push through. So everybody's worried about the next big thing and how we may be attacked and how things may explode. And I was discussing things may implode. Our southern border's open. It's easy to cross the Canadian border. They've got our shipping ports. They own them. You know, they're here. Now they sent that hypersonic. We need to get China out of here, but we as a country are too dependent on stuff they send us. Corrupt government, no matter. Yes, no matter. Both sides, Rudy, both sides. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. A difference between, it's the same, honey. It's the Communist Chinese Party, CCP. It's the same thing. You can't trust either side. I want to tell you, I've been watching all these senators, and yeah, let's go, Brandon. Um, let's go, all of them. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's enough Canadian troops in Canada, let alone Chinese troops, to mount an attack. Okay, I appreciate your opinion. Hey, from Bloomington, Indiana. Nice to see ya. But I think it would be very easy for them to take us over from within. It doesn't have to be without. And then now they got that hypersonic missile that went around the world. Well, they could let off an EMP at any time. I mean, they are setting pretty for a takeover. That's what we need to be watching. Everybody's saying something bigger's coming, something bigger's coming. All of this stuff is distractions. Everything is distractions. Look at the left hand so you don't watch what the right hand's doing. You know, did you see on the news anywhere about them sending that hypersonic, hey, Shirley B, missile around the world? No, that was in August, on August the 6th to be precise. What was going on in August? They were worrying about leaving our people in another country and throwing all of our help and interpreters under the bus over there. And the passport. I'm not talking about China sending a hypersonic missile around the world. Yes, I do know that. CNN, Fox, and is it the Washington Times or the New York Times? They all have they're all owned one of the big newspapers. I forget which one it is. It, owned by the same company. Yep. But the Chinese company name that has that big um, windmill farm beside Laughlin Air Force Base It's GH American Electric. And if you look hard enough, you can find, hey, Pam, how are you, honey? It shows the officers of that company, and they're all Chinese. I mean, there's no getting around it. So they're here. We could implode. And if anybody thinks anybody in our government have to go, but we'll leave with saying that we all have to be as prepared as possible. I feel that eventually there will be a fight, so we have to be ready. Oh, yes, it will. That's what I was going to say. I heard they're waiting on us for to be in a civil conflict at our very weakest before they move in on us. That's what I lost that thought on a few minutes ago. But Rudy, if you get a chance, call me, honey. I want to talk to you about those blue eddies, if you don't mind. I love ya. Have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Yes, he is um, this whole country's in a mess. You can't trust any of the news stations, not Fox, not even that new one. I saw that Newsmax. They cut a clip and tried to make something out of something um, that it shouldn't have been. So they're even trying to skew the news. But anyway, I hope everybody is still continuing to prepare. Prices are going up. My 44-cent cans of green beans at Aldi's are now 49 cents. The spaghetti sauce has gone up. The pasta's gone up. Meat is going through the sky. My $9.95 12 pack of Charmin toilet paper is now $14. Speaking of anyone noticed, Newsbox on this platform has not made any videos in a couple weeks. I haven't subscribed to them on YouTube, so I haven't noticed. No, but thanks for pointing that out. How can I say we need to fight back, yet we have to be careful doing. Well, look, I mean, from January 6th, they still got people in jail, won't even let lawyers go in and talk to them. Now they're coming out with those videos showing that it was probably an alphabet soup organization that was the first that come in and all of that tactical gear. Everybody else was walking around taking videos, pictures. I mean, that's the people's house, for Pete's sake. Hey, Scan family. Can I reach you on this? Yes, Maria Blackwell. Yes, you can, honey. I don't check it often, but I will since I know you're going to send something. But this is, the only thing we can do is trust in Jesus and be prepared that for Patriot Christians, we're going to have a hard time. You were going nuts without the internet? Well, listen, I don't think we're going to have it for all. Hey there, Northern Girl Hobbies. How are you? I think Alaska Prepper just left already. I paid $1.50 for a can of corn at Kroger the other day, and that was on sale. Well, you can get it cheaper than that at Aldi's. Going to try to call you. All right, Maria. Honey, I'd love to talk to you. The afternoon's always the best time. Well, before 4. Sometime between 2 and 4 because, well, what happened to my chat? Yep, it's awful. Thank you, El Michelle. Daryl Calhoun. We are the real news. Yes, we are. Well, see, that Q phone I reported on that they're making 7 million of. What's the population of the world supposed to be? Well, I'm glad I caught you live first time. Well, I'm glad I've been on several of yours. North Shore, it's good to have you, honey. They talked about that you can do all of your business and banking on that Q phone. Um, that if your tower don't work, you don't have to do anything. It automatically connects to the satellite system, which I think is probably what Starlink's for. But it didn't say anything about internet. It didn't say anything about uninterrupted internet. It was just all about uninterrupted financial transactions. 7.5B, I think. I don't know what that is. Maybe you're talking to somebody else. Every 10 seconds or so keeps going on and off, messing up West Virginia. I'm going to work. Oh, maybe it's the topic. It's the topic. Y'all tracking. That's what I said. Tracking for sure. Not the first video that I did, but the second one where it's just got Q phone on it. That's where I read that article and just gave you the information on that phone. Gosh, I bought it for $65 last year. I love you too, Maria. It's probably $80 now. And you asked how many people in the world. Oh, 7.5. Well, they said, oh, gosh, see, I'm a lunatic. Y'all, I need to go to bed. When they block our internet, we must be already linked up with others who believe. Yep. Yep. Listen, I bought the Bible that was, I showed y'all. Jesus spoke in Eastern Aramaic and the Catholics were Western Aramaic. So I bought this Bible that took all of the old scripts. I can't see because of chat. And there's only a word here or there, but it does change the meaning of that script. But this was translated from Jesus's Eastern Aramaic. So when we're off grid and I leave my phone and we don't have anything, we're going to have our own little church. And then I ordered a church hymnal because with my memory loss, I can't remember all the words to all the songs anymore. So, and I've got Ethan's little Bible. So we're all ready. I think I'm a firm believer. Oh, Tammy DeWitt, honey, how are you doing? Tammy, was it your mom or dad that just passed? I can remember that I asked for prayers for you in March chat, but I'm so sorry. Is that the one I let you use? No, I bought that one. That one is packed up somewhere. Sister. I want to find it. I've got to find it. We need that because now you need it. 200 for a cord of wood. Oh my gosh. Oh, both. Oh, Tammy, honey, I couldn't remember. I'm sorry. I love you, honey. We just had that. It like to kill my ex-husband. We've overcome by the blood of the Lamb. Did you ever find it? Okay, yep. I know. My sister's going to be a grandma. There's Susie Q. Somebody said Russ. I don't know who that is. Who is that? I heard over 600 for a cord of, ooh, 400 for a cord in Texas? Oh my gosh. I paid $65 last year. Bet I got it in the, or last spring. Summer was coming. Brian Griffin, how are you? Yes, stuffed bunnies. I was going to ask you, where's your stuffed bunnies? All those without one will not survive the upcoming events. You are correct. Yes, you are. You and that stuffed bunny. Oh, Lord, I'll never forget the first time you ever popped into my live chat with that stuffed bunny. And old Overbuilt Automotive told me he had an engine sitting in his living room. Overbuilt, I'm glad to have you, honey. I'm glad you popped in. Trucker JP, how are you, darling? Are you driving or resting? Oh, yeah. Tammy, honey, we love you. In case y'all didn't get that, Tammy DeWitt's parents passed recently. So y'all remember her in your prayers. It's hard not having your parents around. And in my situation now, I'm the oldest in the state. We've got 2 uncles that are older, and that's all. Oh, resting in a hotel. Well, good for you. Thankful for some good old boys in West Virginia that helped me get firewood from my own property. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I've got tons, but I don't want to cut it down. Listen, was it Alaska Prepper that reported that freeze in Texas cracked all of the big containers that held the resin, and they haven't been repaired yet, and that's why plastics, the resin that's used for plastic products, is going to be short, even like tennis shoes and that kind of stuff. Miss Kojak, how are you? Yes, we love Tammy. Tammy's been with us since the beginning, too. Did podcasts about spiritual things. He's one of the greatest problems. Oh. Carson City. How about that? Hi, Melissa Johnson. It's nice to see ya. Thank y'all for supporting Tammy. I love my little family here. Y'all are just awesome. I've missed being live. I have. But life got crazy. When I started my channel, I lived here by myself. It's just me and Ethan. And then everybody moved back home. This is like the central hub for my family. And it's been hard. But when I thought about using this so I didn't have to talk so loud. Well, you're welcome, Melissa. Tommy Bird. Oh my goodness, all of my oldies are showing up. Maybe you've missed me, Trucker. I've missed y'all. I have. Good night. Maria, honey, get me on Messenger or call me or something. I gotta get a drink. I'm thirsty. But, well, thank you, Miss Kojak. I've missed everybody. Well, Tommy, my house got full of people and I couldn't go live. Did some lives when I could do it outside, and then people were going in and out and, jumping in on the chat, and then when I decided I was really going to start revving it up again, we all ended up with CV, and I'm just now barely getting over it. Oh, I don't know where that is. Percival, Virginia. I don't know where that is. I'm only familiar with the places on the western and southern borders of Virginia that border us, and the D.C. area. I'm familiar with the D.C. area. Oh, my chat went away. I am starting to feel better. I still don't have my taste and smell. I was telling him earlier I made chili and had to get my son that is getting his taste and smell back to come over and season it, because when I cook, I can't season my food. I can't taste it. I have to put hot pepper flakes in everything to be able to taste it, or a lot of salt. Oh no. Oh no. Brian. state do you live in, Brian? Where are you? Oh, near Hill. Oh, okay. Harper's Ferry. That's up in the eastern panhandle in the suburbs of Washington. We're considered the suburbs of Washington now. I know. Listen, the fatigue is crazy, Gloria. And if I get a burst of energy, I try to get something done. Thank you, Susie Q. Where are you, Brian? That is horrible. I'm telling you what's the truth. I carry my everywhere I go. Oh, my Carolina Reaper pepper plant finally produced. Oh, that's good. I'll guarantee you taste it. Ooh, yeah, I guarantee. I live in Oklahoma right next to a Walmart. Oh, gosh, yes. Oklahoma. I've been to Oklahoma. Tulsa. I've been to Tulsa, Oklahoma 3 times. Stayed at the Radisson. Brian, that's just horrible. I hate that. But the most fun I had in Oklahoma was going to the Indian reservation. Man, I love those stores. I feel so sorry. James King, you're in Tulsa? Well, how about that? I loved Tulsa. I was there in 87, 88, something like that, and y'all got a big snow, and we had people from it was a JC convention. They were all around the country, and all of us from colder states was given the warmer states coats and sweatshirts and stuff so they could go out and have snowball battles and play in the snow. That's one of my fondest memories of Tulsa. Well, I wasn't driving. Everywhere I went, they had buses for us. Oh, no. Well, listen. Don't go to the hospital. Don't let them put you on a ventilator. I did vitamins A, B, C, D, E, and zinc. Drank. Good night, sweetheart. I'm getting ready to go to bed too, baby. I love you. Oh, yeah, she's crocheting. Oh, my gosh, she crochets the most beautiful stuff you have ever seen. Next time I go live, I'll get Ethan's blanket out and show y'all she crocheted for his birthday. It's beautiful. I don't even know what I'm saying. See, I can't keep my train of thought. Oh, y'all, I'm a lunatic. I can't even remember. I'm saying. See, my mind won't work. Oh, I got all my rest. I drank, warm tea and warm coffee, and that stopped my cough. I slept on my side the first week because it wasn't that bad. My second week was the worst. I slept in this recliner right here. Do not lay down on your back. That will fight that pneumonia. Sweet dreams, North Shore Preparedness. Thanks for dropping in, honey. I walked to my post office. I fed my chickens and my turkeys every day. I would walk next door to my son's house, make myself. And there was a couple of times I took my walker because I knew I was going to either have to sit down or fall down. Lenny on the Mississippi. Late, sorry. We have a new Facebook group I just joined. Gulf Coast against... Oh! Well, I don't blame you. I'd be gone too. Yes, Disciples Heart. Thanks for popping in. Thanks for understanding my point. Be blessed. Many prayers from the bottom of my heart. And I will check out your channel, I promise. The zinc. Yeah, the zinc. That kind of made me sick at my stomach because I couldn't eat much. but I had the Delta, which has a stomach issue. Oh, I thought Lenny was coming in. Is he going by, saying bye? I never went to the doctor because I was afraid of being sent. Well, when I was calling Fighting at Hospital for my boy's dad, they kept saying, "Why are you not here? Why are you not here?" Kind of got me there. The only reason he ended up there is he had a heart attack too. Okay, I'll look for it. I saw one last night. Did I not answer it? I might have seen it on my way to bed. And then I haven't stopped today. Either I've been busy or sleeping. They did that to my dad. We wouldn't let him put him on a vent. I called bull hockey. He had a flu. They called it COVID. All the condolences, and especially. Well, we love you, Tammy, honey. You've been with us a long time. Thank you, Trucker. I am. I snuck him ivermectin to the hospital. He's the only one of us that ivermectin. We couldn't get but the one prescription, and he needed it the most. He had a little heart attack that got him. Very scary. Look, yes. You know, and see, nobody. Yes, I am feeling better, Lenny. I'm feeling much better. Just, I have no stamina. I do anything and I have to go to bed and have a nap for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours. It's ridiculous. Hey, Rip Curl, honey, that's all right. Unfortunately, I'm getting ready to end this. I said everything I've had to say. I'm just chatting it up a little bit now. I decided that I would give what I want in the beginning and then chat at the end, so when people want to leave, they're not missing the information. Well, let's see. Yesterday was my week 7, I think. I think we're on week 7. 7 or 8. I forget, I've lost track. You can check with some doctors and some of the Medicare kind of places, and some of them will give the ivermectin. But now, Sunny Preps popped in last night, and thank you, Lenny. I appreciate it, honey. 9 days for yours? Oh my gosh. We were sick. I mean, we were really bad sick for 3 weeks. It was like a flu on steroids. If you take care of yourself and use common sense, you don't have to be afraid of it. Just don't go to the hospital. And if you do go to the hospital, you have patient rights. Don't let them put you on that vent. Well, David, let me tell you, Sunny Prep said she couldn't get a prescription, and she went to Tractor Supply and she bought the paste and she took it, and it fixed her right up. It's like all of my. No, I didn't go to the doctor. The ex-husband was tested and my daughter-in-law was tested. We all had the same symptoms. I didn't go get tested. I didn't want to be a statistic. But if I could just get my smell, taste, and energy back, I'd be good to go. Yeah, it's going to take time. And Mike's doctor told him the other day, any doctor that wants to tell you anybody understands this virus or treatment is a liar. Well, Brian, that's the next thing I was getting ready to say. I saw multiple studies that anybody that smoked or used marijuana, the molecule that attaches to the lining of the lungs that gives that hateful, ugly pneumonia is less likely to get it because the nicotine has a molecule and the marijuana has a molecule that fights that pneumonia molecule and will not let it attach to your lungs. So all of us in 2 households, except one, use nicotine or marijuana. Only one doesn't. That one ended up in the hospital. Yep. Now, I didn't smoke a lot. I couldn't stand the taste, where I lost my taste. I've only ever smoked menthol. Could not stand menthol. Yes, we were led right. Yes, we were. So I still can't. I got a pack of menthols the other day because I couldn't find the ones I was looking for. Um, but it just doesn't taste right. It tastes like toothpaste to me now. I don't want to smoke toothpaste. Well, there's infusions and there's peels and there's paste. The paste is supposed to be for the animals. There is peels because we got them. I stuck them down in a bag of miniature Snickers and sent them to the hospital. Hey, David Bennett, how are you, honey? I've already been on here an hour. I was only going to be on here 30 minutes. So I'm getting ready to close it up because I'm just wore out. And I had like a 3.5 hour nap this evening. Slept till 8. Really, Blake. That's what I was talking about earlier. Your taste sometimes gets distorted. Yes. Yep, it does. I'm okay, just tired. I can't get my stamina back from that stuff. Good night. Yep, and nicotine does too, David Black. No, smoke weed and you won't get the pneumonia associated with the CV. Or smoke cigarettes and you won't get it. 2 households, we all smoke one or the other. I just smoke cigarettes. One has never smoked anything in his life. He ended up in the hospital with the pneumonia. But he had a heart attack, laid on his back. He stopped doing the good stuff. A few years ago, I've had a vaccine because I'm a smoker. Listen, my mom had that pneumonia vaccine every year. Her doctor talked her into it. And until she moved in with me 4 years in a row, she had pneumonia. Yes, well, it's important for me not to tire myself because my MS. I think maybe it's my MS that's. It just seems like something's not right. But the doctor has said that once we've had it, we'll never exactly be the same. But now let me tell you, they scrubbed it in the beginning. There was a big stink in California because of that roll up your sleever. People were tested positive for HIV. And Danny King on Deep South Homestead was talking about, he wrote the word AIDS on a piece of paper and said that, that really doesn't ever kill anybody. Yes, it's true, Al. It's true, honey. Are you leaving, baby? But he said that he's had several doctors now tell him that complications with that and how it weakens the immune system would be 2 to 10 years down the road, and it would never be associated with this roll up your sleever. And I'm going to email him and tell him that there's been too many confirm that the HIV virus is in that roll up your sleever. And people, now they're not talking about it now, but there was a couple of days there was a big stink in California because people were testing positive for HIV and they had that. Well, listen, I'm going to close it out. I've said everything um, that I had to say and tell you all. And we got to chat just a little bit. If I hadn't have told y'all last night I was coming live at 11 tonight, I'd have probably gone to bed. But I didn't want to lie to y'all. Yes, David Bennett. And so's malaria. There's a trace of malaria, trace HIV. Now, I heard a couple places, but not too many places. Chicken pox, but I'm not sure about that one. But listen, I'll put my natural immunities up to any doggone vax. Lenny, good night, honey. I'm glad y'all got a group. Oh, and I did deep breathing with it. So anybody gets it, just don't be afraid. Hey, Drop. Honey, we're getting ready to close it down. Thank you, Brian Griffin. Listen, I love y'all to pieces. And I've missed y'all. My goodness, I've missed y'all. On our long, gosh, y'all remember when we used to start about 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night and shut it down at 6 o'clock in the morning? Then I'd be on the phone with people and wouldn't get into bed till 10 o'clock, sleep all day, and get up to a live. Did they claim it does contain vitamin C? Contains vitamin C. Yeah, I've turned into a total anti-vaxxer. Ethan still hasn't had that MMR, and he won't. What? Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. A pill for the virus and it causes cancer? Oh, what? What was a joke? What the miss drop? Listen, I've got brain fog since I had that virus. It's worse than. Oh. Oh. The vitamin C. Okay, I got you. I missed some of it. Doing no job nowhere. Hey, Sonny Preps, I was just talking about you. Yes, ma'am, I was. I told him about you taking the ivermectin paste. It didn't kill you, it helped you. Somebody else was talking about they got the paste because they couldn't get a prescription. Listen, those trails are loaded with barium and aluminum. And I fully believe that's why there's been an uptick of autism and dementia. Hey, Whitetail 7. Well, Lord have mercy, honey, it's good to see you. Yep, Sunny said yes, it did. It helped her. She couldn't get a prescription. She got the paste. Somebody else said they got the paste. I think last night when I was sitting here, I got bit by a spider. Oh, Gloria White got the paste too. Just look at the world like a big pot of stew. Ingredients are constantly being added until it's complete. Well, listen, those trails in the skies, there was, miss you too, honey. I love everybody. I've missed being live. Um, in Alabama, I think, sued because they couldn't grow crops. And they had their ground tested, and it was full of barium and aluminum. Thank you, Whitetail 7. Sonny, I was just doing a live. Next big thing is how China owns our ports, the Costco shipping containers, many businesses, Smithfield, Costco, um, as of last year, they owned 197,000 farming acres. Our southern border's opened. They own property, and it's easy to get across the Canadian border. Everybody talking about, how it could explode, what's big. I'm thinking there could be an implosion. They're already here. They've infiltrated us. I heard from a couple of good sources that they're just waiting on us to be at our weakest moment in a civil conflict that is being planned and orchestrated for them to take us over from within. Yes. Drop's been saying between March and May of 2022 is when everything's going to go down. He's been saying that forever. Oh, no. It's good to see you, Cindy. You go to bed. That's the best thing that I take an ibuprofen and go to bed. Plan on the heat being turned up. Yep. I am just glad I've got that much time to get my off-grid finished. Yeah, they're going to starve and freeze y'all. They ain't going to starve and freeze me. I have food and wood-burning stoves. What are you talking about, starve and freeze y'all? Do you watch homesteading off-grid? I watch all kinds of off-grid homesteading, but I think that is that name is backwards, is why. Yep. And my God, Congress in Texas was fighting it, Sonny. They bought a big bunch of land to put a windmill farm in beside Laughlin Air Force Base in Texas, our largest Air Force base that trains our pilots. And Congress is worried about them spying on us. And T-Man pushed it through. He pushed warp speed through on this roll up your sleever. Listen, I don't know about him. The economy was great, but that's like look at the left hand so you don't notice what the right hand's doing. Let me make you happy with money so you don't know how I'm sticking it to you. You know? Oh no, I don't watch anything about the spirits. Yeah, he's one of them. Pfft, I watched that old Israeli News Live just to see what he's got to say, and he was talking about Trump's coming back in, and Netanyahu's trying to do a takeover, and they want to be back in office at the same time because they both have such a great um, um, relationship with the extraterrestrials. Are you kidding me? I mean, who in the world, a channel that size could go on there and say, I mean, even if you heard it, I just don't get it, y'all. This world's going crazy. Going crazy. All right, y'all. I'm going to sign off. I love you. Say your prayers. He is not the answer. See, I'm going to say this one last thing, Sonny. Let me tell you. Everybody's worried about the state of this nation. Well, God does not like the loss of innocent blood. And yes, that president say he was against that. But if as many people, 40 to 50,000 people, showed up to pray for this nation and pray for our babies being murdered every day, pray for our kids that are being abused, pray for the sex trafficking, pray for everything that Satan's causing in this country. If people showed up and in those numbers and had big prayer sessions or church revivals again, this country would be okay. You can't put everything on a man. The man that we could put it on is now in heaven with his Father, not any president. But they show up in droves to see him. Our churches are falling apart. You can't find a good preacher. Let me tell you, I believe that God has lifted his hand of protection from this country. It's just for that simple fact. People were worshiping T-Man, showing up in droves. Yes, yes, yes. I agree 100%. Drop 100%. Joe, don't you know? Amen to that, and grace to you is a good one. It's good to see you, Joe. Well, sinning against God brings sin into the world. It's obviously the sin is running. Yeah, Satan's in control. Satan is in control. Y'all don't want to get me preaching now. I go to preaching, I'll go to offend, and no, I won't offend y'all, but anybody watches the replays, and if I do a daytime and I get to preaching, I do offend people. But listen, the Bible says God hates a liar. that causes trouble. All of our politicians are liars that causes trouble. No, I don't think that. The mark is not going to come until the Antichrist appears. I'm getting ready to do a Bible study on that drop. That is the only thing that you've ever said that I disagree about. The Antichrist has to be here to take the mark. The Antichrist has not revealed. He might be here. False prophet might be here, but they haven't been revealed. There ain't been nobody killed and come back to life. The Antichrist is not here. Need to treat early. Very important. Stay out of the hospital. Yes. Listen, that remdesivir killed my neighbor's uncle. It shut his kidneys down. And I think they did give that to my ex-husband. But, he's getting better. The two beasts are here. Where? I mean, who? Who's the two beasts? Are you saying AI is one of them? I don't believe that. Thank you, Cindy. People who choose wickedness automatically marked by death. That's been that way since. Yeah, but we have to take a mark. It plainly says our right hand or our forehead. Now, I think that little electronic tattoo thing where you can turn it on and off, because I never could figure out why people would want a mark on their hand so displayed. I think that is going to be how they do it. Hey, Susie Q. Mother Susie Q. Listen, wait a minute. Both y'all been with me forever. And I felt bad last night. I let you go, and I thought I need both my Susie Q's modded. So there you go. Right hand means arm. Well, still. Either way. Listen, the mark of the beast is going to be after the Antichrist is well known and here, and everybody falls for his BS. You're welcome, honey. I meant to do it last night. When I watched my replay tonight, I thought, daggone, I forgot to do that. Neuralink. Yeah. And that link in the sky. Yes, conditioning. There you go. It's all just to get everybody used to all of this crap. Yes, I need to do that, Susie Q. I even bought a bunch of Epsom salts so I could do it. But see, people aren't realizing, Drop, that they're accepting Satan when they don't accept Christ. They're not realizing that's what they're doing. It is a choice to take that mark. Y'all get me talking about religion. Now, see, if that other guy was here now, we could talk religion. It wasn't religion time then. I don't know what the eighth kingdom is. I'm trying to figure out the seven spirits of God. Seven, what is it? I'm trying to figure out the seals. Now, I did figure out all psychological warfare, yes. I did read and understand today about the 10 horns and the one horn. The 10 nations have to come together, and then the Antichrist will be revealed. And there's 7 of the 10 working together now. There's 3 more nations that have to join that group. So the Antichrist is not here. The jab is not really the mark. It's you accepting Satan. People don't understand that. No, it's going to be a conscious decision to accept that mark to be able to buy, sell, or trade, and thinking the Antichrist is walking on water. Yes, I did the deep breathing. Oh, yeah. And I even made myself walk and deep breathe when I think I was going to fall by the time I hit the house again. Yes, Revelations is layered, and you have to read Daniel and who's the other Old Testament to understand them. No, but it's going to be a clear, conscious choice. Yes, it is all conditioning, like Overbuild or Brian Griffin, one of my boys, original, said it's all of this is conditioning. Yes, yes, yes. Enoch and Joshua too. I bought a book that has all of the books in it that were taken out of the Bible. There's a whole list of them. I couldn't believe it. I haven't got to sit down and read it yet. Don't let any man deceive you by any means. Great deception, yes. All false reality created for us. It's all conditioning. Every bit of it. The way you can use these same steps to train a monkey to do anything. Yes, I've got that, Brian. That's right over here. Let me show everybody what you're talking about, in case they want to know. Oh, did I move it? Let me see. Let me find that book so y'all know what me and Brian are talking about. Mine says volume 1. Is there a volume 2? Here's the book that we're talking about. Okay. When the Western Aramaic, which was the Catholics, spun off from the Eastern Aramaic, which was Jesus' language. And that's why I bought that other Bible I showed you, because it is translated in the Eastern Aramaic. But when they started translating the books, they decided that some of those really weren't prophets. Some of it, the people were nobody, and they took those scripts out and did not put them in the Bible. Somebody made a conscious choice. The Roman Catholic Church is who took it out. Yes, I was trying to be nice and not say it. These are all of the books. Let me show y'all. These are all of the books that were removed from the Bible. Let me see. This book's heavy. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Well, hang on, y'all. Lay it down. Look at my ceiling for a minute. There's got to be a better way to do this. Let's see if this does it. These are all of the books that were removed from the Bible. That's a lot of books. Don't y'all think? I do think the Catholic Church is going to have something to do with it. I can't find it, but somewhere, I forget if it's in Daniel. I forget what book it's in, and I'm going back and I'm starting to read those from the beginning again. But it's when it's talking about the Antichrist, it says something about his ring and his goblet Well, that's the Pope. Looks like the Book of Life. Those are the books that were removed from the Bible. Look how thick this thing is. And I mean, it's not huge print. I still need my glasses to read it. So anyway, well, we got our Sunday evening service in, didn't we? Well, the north of Israel, is Muslim countries. Is that what you're saying? Are we on the same track with that? Yes, they changed the Sabbath. It's really Saturday. El Michelle's the only one among us that really... Turkey. Turkey? I thought it was going to be one of the Muslim... Well, the Muslims have taken over all those countries. Rome is the harlot. Well, is it the Roman Empire they're trying to put back together with those 10 countries? The last name means dragon. Well, I saw that there is a Greek... The Greek meaning of the word dragon is serpent. Did you know that? Oh, on your channel? Brian, I didn't know you had a channel, did I? Well, good Lord, somebody look up Brian. Is that the name of it? Brian Griffin, what's the name of your channel? I didn't know you had a channel, honey. Yeah, I've heard that, but I can't find any of them. Yes, I know Halloween's pagan, but I let the kids be normal, and I know it's of this world. Kids don't understand. I had an uncle that wouldn't let his kids have Santa Claus, and all the kids in school had Santa Claus, and it screwed with them. Oh, Joe, you do? Is Brian Griffin your channel name? Hey, Dubai. Is that what? Are you the one that was talking to Brian? Are you the one that said they had the One World Church getting ready to be opened? Are you the one that put that in there last night? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Yes, it's tough to find though. My real name is associated with being a dog on the Family Guy. Okay, Brian, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mod you. Now, you drop your channel link. How's that? Drop your channel link. Somebody put Drop's channel link in there. Abraham House Accord. Okay, I will do that. Can I share? What's the name of your channel? Everybody can always share their channel. Okay, great, Brian. I haven't uploaded in a while, but oh, you play the piano. I always wanted to take piano lessons. I have a piano in my other house that was my ex-husband's. But Oh, David Bennett's. Somebody see if they can find David Bennett's channel. I can't mod everybody. David, I'm sorry. And Lord Brian Griffin's been with me since my first live. And I didn't even know he had a channel. That's been over 2 years ago. I'm so sorry. Kim, have you seen the plans? That always helps for y'all to put stuff in caps if it's for me. The plans for the church, synagogue, and the same ground. I think that is what he's talking about. I was just getting to ask if you guys knew about the One World Religion Center. Sounds like Tower of Babel to me. Catholicism definitely does not represent. No, it does not. My gosh, I did that live on the front porch last summer. The Pope went to an educational conference, and his main topic of speaking was going to be we needed to move in a humanistic manner. Humanistic perspective does away with Christianity. The Pope, that was what he was speaking about. That was his topic. I wanted him to drop his channel. He knows if he gets unruly, I'll just unmod him. I have before. Not him. My mods get unruly. I just unmod them. I don't even say anything. Keep on going. Somebody see if they could find David Black's number. Was it Black or Bennett? Yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. Bennett. David Bennett. Oh, Lord. My cheek's starting to twitch. I'm so tired. Man, I wish we could all talk in voice instead of chat. David Bennett. Oh, you found it. Thank you, El Michelle. Thanks. I gotta keep some of my sanity. Oh, Brian's fine. Him and his stuffed bunnies. He might beat somebody to death with one of them. Susie Q, what's Drop saying? She said no thanks to. I'll have to go back and read tomorrow. I'll subscribe here in a little bit. I can't click it right now. It'll take me off of my live. I'll go back and get it. Is that what Sonny's talking about? Is that what I look for it under Abraham House Accord? The One World Church? No, it's not. Zoom meeting. Yeah, but everybody don't want Zoom. If we had conferencing on Zoom, we could all video together. I know, that would be so awesome. Will it take 52? Good Lord, could you imagine all 52 of us try to get our point across? I just sit back and listen. You can imagine that, me shutting my mouth. Oh, Lord. Yeah, anybody that has a channel, if you say, I have a channel, the mods will put your channel link up. I've always been about helping people grow. I was 20 seconds behind. Oh. Okay, got it, Brian. I want to look that up. Listen, since I started looking for property last year, I feel like I have just been off the planet. I have been buying all of the books that I can to have paper stuff, because I don't even have a Wi-Fi or a phone or nothing at the farm. So I've been, getting stuff in paper. I even showed y'all, bought a church hymnal because I can't remember the words of the songs anymore. Next, I'm going to buy some CDs because I had thyroid cancer that God healed me, praise God. And it changed my voice. This isn't my voice. It changed. Let's see, I had that in 2012. But there was a big cancerous tumor behind the left side of my thyroid. Marv on D Live, you can have up to 15, I think. Broken Patriot, hey there, how are you? Listen, y'all, we got over 50. I started saying good night, and people started leaving, and then new people started coming in. Kim, they already built one, no plans. Now plans one in D.C. Oh my God. See, I was freaking out when they decided they was trying to make D.C. a state. Westfeed, do you believe in once saved, always saved, or do you believe that you can lose your salvation? Well, let me tell you, Susie Q. I was raised in the Baptist church, once saved, always saved. But, oh, and I'd have to find, I can never remember where scripture is. But the Bible says, there's a line in there about God will remove your name. Was talking to somebody, and if you did something, he would remove your name from the Lamb's Book of Life. Or see. So then it says to go back and repent and do the first works, which when you first become saved, you make a public announcement of accepting Jesus in your heart, and then you're baptized. So is that the first works? So when we repent, if we have fallen away, should we start over as a brand new Christian and go through it all? But it says he will remove your name from the book of life. He said it to somebody. So now, I'm not sure once saved, always saved. If I can find that. Listen, I said, sitting on my front porch. No, I don't think I was that far in Revelations when I found that. For some reason, I was thinking it was around chapter 7. I was going to mark it with my pen, I'm sorry, and I didn't. I will find it, and the next time I go live, I will read that to you out of the Bible. I'm not going to try to find it now. So, oh, thank you. We were talking about that last night. Somebody said that, I think it was Sweet Savory Words didn't like it, and I said, I'm such a um, uh, penny pincher. I don't buy anything. Like these decorations on my wall, I went to TJ Maxx and bought those, paid about $20 for them, 30, something like that. I saw that mirror in a catalog and lost my mind, paid almost $200 for that sucker. Sorry, it's Revelations 22. What is Revelations 22? Jesus said on the cross, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. My phone keeps glitching. Let me tell you, somebody's not liking what we are saying. It shall take away from the word of the book. Yes, there is, yes. That is, okay, that is one place. But around chapter 7, I think there's another place where your name will be taken out of the book of life. So, yes, your name can be taken out of the book of life. So, yep, I'd forgotten about that one. Yes. You're not supposed to take them. So, everybody that took all of these books out of the Bible, the Roman Catholic Church, buddy, they're doomed. King James has got on his asbestos panties now. He will remove candlesticks, yep. Same thing. Yep. Let me tell you. I want to tell you about these churches since we're having Sunday night church service. I know. No, that's all I've been saying everything that YouTube hates. Oh shoot, what was I going to say? Oh, all these churches. You've got Baptist and Methodist and Pentecostal and Seventh-day Adventist and Catholic and, You know, everybody supposed to, tell me what's in chapter 14, Gloria. It's supposed to be Christians, love God. I don't even like to use the name Christian. I think that's been so blasphemed it means nothing anymore. But everybody's supposed to have accepted Jesus as their Savior to get to the Father God, okay? Listening, grandson. Oh, I'm so sorry, Dana. I'm so sorry. I'm a follower of Christ, not a Christian. That's it. You can't, I hate to even say Christian anymore. It's just been, I don't even know what word to use. But anyway, it's all because of one little bitty thing here or there that each denomination disagreed on and split off and made their own denomination. I went to Pentecostal church. They were all to business. It was disgusting. Listen, Church of God's nothing but big business. I'm a member of a non-denominational Pentecostal church. Ain't no governing bodies, but I don't go anymore. Okay, anyway, instead of worrying about these little pissant disagreements they have, all these denominations need to come together, get rid of their governing body that sends them a little book on what to teach in Sunday school and the topic for the preachers to preach. And the preachers need to get in the doggone Bible, it's here on my lap, and preach this. Not what comes from the Southern Baptist Conference or the Church of God Conference or the Methodist Conference. They need to be preaching the words in this book. And you know why they won't? Because they're afraid they'll piss off and upset their big money givers. Money's the root of all evil. There you go. These churches need to get together. People need to get their eyes on Jesus and stop worrying about their church and what somebody's wearing. If somebody washed their car before they come to church, what kind of car somebody has, how many kids they have, how are their kids dressed. It's all crap. And the churches have done this. I'm big anti-church right now, y'all. He came to bring division. I thought he came to take us all to heaven. A CV patch on your arm or forehead for immunity against... Oh. No. I just had it, so I've got natural immunities. He came to bring peace, but division. Yes, the division's the devil's tool. And let me tell you right now, we as a nation, plus a world, people are more divided now than they ever have been. Now, listen, you can say something I disagree with. I'm a firm believer. You agree to disagree and move on. Drop can tell you. He and I used to have all kinds of late night phone calls. I would agree sometimes. I would disagree sometimes. He would agree with me sometimes. I'd disagree sometimes. But we never got mad at each other. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. It's like a nose or something else. Everybody has one. You know? But as long as we all love Jesus and are going toward an end goal, that's all that matters. All this other crap don't matter. Who has the biggest church? Who has the biggest steeple? Well, let me tell you what. My dad's family was hardshell primitive Baptist. There could be no piano. You know, the preachers had to preach a certain way. The women had to dress a certain way. You know, that was really something. Yes, that's true. Yes, we know somebody back then that used to scream over everybody. Nah, me and Drops never raised a word. Raised our voice. Well, listen, Brian, you've got to divide the believers from the non-believers. I mean, Satan's in control right now. Don't be taking those jabs and boosters. Oh, for God's sake, please don't. It's got HIV in it, y'all. It's going to kill everybody's immune system. Yes, the church is the people, not the buildings. But people are not getting that because preachers are not preaching. So they think the church is the building with the people in it. It's the people. You don't need a church. Jesus, talk to people in the desert. Great chat tonight. I love listening to one's opinion. Well, listen, I've never been short on giving anybody my opinion. As a matter of fact, if somebody comes to me, Kim, I need your opinion. I'll say, whoa, whoa, wait a minute. I'm going to let you retract that because if you ask me for my opinion, I'm going to give it to you and you might not like it. So if you want to take that back, be my guest. Yes, it's a death shot. They know that. Listen, that little Keebler elf in Atlanta, Georgia, he is the spawn of Satan. Look at them little beady eyes. Wouldn't you just like to rip his face off? I know that's not very, godlike. God will deal with him. Haven't you guys ever noticed when you spread truth, the truth hurts, it divides people? Well, not always necessarily. I have conditions that won't let me. Good for you. You don't need to take it. Truth always prevails. You go, girl. Oh, the truth will stand when nothing else will. Yes. It's all about choice. It's free will and choice. And people that choose Christ, yes. Um, the people that don't, I mean, it's automatic division. Back in Jesus' time, he wanted people to worship his Father, not those, all those gods and statues. So, of course, it was division, but it's a division of a choice to save your soul or lose your soul. Thanks, Drop. Listen, I've done buffered so many times tonight and said so much stuff. Ain't nobody, I don't think anybody in chat could hurt me. Oh, they cut my stream last night, Drop. And, oh, I went back to see what I had said that caused them. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, y'all. I need to get myself together, but I can't. I pinned that comment so I could tell y'all what I said. And that awful. I have to make myself a comment. Let's see. There's a pin dot. Last thing I was talking about was the bioweapons and 2 more to come, and 1 will get kiddos. And they cut the feed. Let's see if they cut it tonight because I just said it again. They did. Those were the last words out of my mouth, and they cut the feed. Took me completely out of the YouTube app. Oh, listen, I've got so many seeds. Oh, no, I didn't hear that. Let me tell you what, we got a lot of preachers in the United States that used this thing as a perfect opportunity not to have to do a little bit of work and do their church services and get online and do it with their church tie and jacket on and their pajama pants behind their dining room tables and not open those church doors instead of having people in their cars in the parking lot with a big megaphone or something preaching a service. Those preachers that didn't do it's going to pay for that. No church should have never been closed. And the people and the preachers allowed it? Come on now. That is. Even my church closed. They'll pay for that. They're going to have to answer for that. They will have to answer for that. Okay, y'all. It's, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. I really have to go to bed. I'm going to have to be up with Ethan tomorrow. You might have been the 2-hour mark. They cut lives. So, no, I wasn't 2 hours last night. I wasn't nowhere near. They don't cut. Listen, Marv cuts the live at the 2-hour mark because very often, if you have a live that's over 2 hours, they transcribe your lives. They transcribe your live chat. The AI has to look at it, decide to take it down or not. And if it's over 2 hours, sometimes it can take 12 hours for that live to upload. So that's why he cuts it, because he can't afford that 12-hour upload time. He said that if he didn't go back, that it wouldn't count for nothing. I missed that. Let me see. Last night's live was 1 hour and 48 minutes and 31 seconds. So no, they cut it when I said what I said. Took me completely out of the app. So, all right, y'all. Well, that was a good conversation. I enjoyed y'all's comments. I'm going to go back and read them a little closer. And I'm going to look for that other verse. Don't know when I'll be live again, because you know Marv's always live. And man, now that he's going live later and I have no stamina, sometimes I can't even stay up still yet and mod for him. So, y'all are late night people. I'll be at the farm Friday night. I don't know if I'll be there Saturday night or not. So maybe, if nothing else, we can try to work on a Sunday night live. But I know I go live at odd times. I can't give y'all notice. But when I get a chance, I really do try to get on here for y'all. So remember, even if it's a couple of cans of beans, a couple jars of peanut butter, anything. Oh, Lord. Siri's trying to talk to me on my other phone. Anything. Pasta. Some glass jars of spaghetti sauce. Pinto beans. Green beans. Corn. Some fruit. Rice. Flour. Cornmeal. You can have cornbread. Get you some chicken so you got eggs. You can have cornbread. You can have biscuits and gravy. Just any little thing you can be adding to it. I did a live a year ago. It's been about a year ago. So if you scroll back in my videos, about a year ago. Now, somebody came on and took it over and was talking about 900 pounds of this, that, and everything. I showed how you could prep for 2 people to have 7 meals. Maybe it was 2 meals a day in a week, or maybe it's just the one. I can't remember now. For under $10. That video was about a year ago. And if I'll go back and look for it and pin it under this video so y'all don't have to, because I know what it looks like. But it was under $10 for 2 people. Okay? I want y'all to really, because things are not getting cheaper. Things are not getting cheaper. So, anyway, till next time, I love each and every one of you. I appreciate every second that you give me. I learn something from you all every time I go live, and I appreciate that. So, until next time, say your prayers. I love you. Bye-bye.